DC News Now.
We're continuing to track heavy rain and potential flooding as we wrap up this Friday. We'll let you know if this same threat arrives again on Saturday.
New details tonight after police shoot and kill a man in Woodbridge. What we're learning about the hours-long standoff.
Ballpark blues in Montgomery County after a field was flooded. What we know about the clash between players and a local fire department. Becoming a homeowner has lots of hidden expenses. We're stretching your dollar. The countdown to race day is on at Dover Motor Speedway.
I love racing, but I really love winning.
Sports director Derek Forrest talks to the driver ready for his 600th career race.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
It is a DMV First Warn Day to kick off your weekend. Parts of the DMV already on flood watch as we keep an eye out for strong storms tonight.
And thanks for joining us for DC News Now at 4. I'm Mark Hall.
And I'm Tosin Fakila. We're going to begin with a check of the forecast.
Yeah, Tosin, you said it. It's another DMV First Warn Day. And Damon, it just seems like that humidity is sticking around as well.
And that plays a big time role into why we have another heavy rainfall threat here today, folks. Yeah, third time this week we are going into an evening with that threat of flooding. Now, it is not the entire region that's under that flood threat. There is a clear divide, but still, we want to make sure everybody's prepared because there could be heavy rain at times across the entire viewing area. Now, that highest risk for flooding, basically draw a line from the Potomac River and then go south and west. That is where we're going to see some of the heaviest rainfall over the next several hours. That's where we have a flood watch until midnight. This does include Charles County, Maryland, and then parts of the eastern panhandle out into far western Maryland. But the large chunk of this flood watch is across northern Virginia, as in the Commonwealth is where we are expecting some of that heaviest rainfall. There's the bullseye on the excessive rainfall outlook. We only have 4 levels here, and we're up to a level 3 out of 4 risk right there along the Shenandoah Valley down into parts of central Virginia. So that's where we're keeping our eye closest on that threat for heavy rain to develop. We're seeing that a little bit down south of Fredericksburg toward the Richmond area, out toward Harrisonburg, some heavier rainfall popping up. We'll watch those cells closely. Off to the north, like I mentioned, we are expecting at least some rain even up toward the Pennsylvania-Maryland line, but notice how that activity for the time being has been on the lighter side from I-81 westward. So things are expected to get more active as we go over the next several hours. More rain, more storms will be in the mix straight through sunset. Now, a lot of this rain will likely wrap up as we head on toward midnight, but not before having an impact. We'll talk about where some of that heaviest rain will set up then as we head into the evening time, and if there is another threat for heavy rainfall on our Saturday. That's all coming up in your full forecast here in just a bit.
All right, Damon, thank you. And of course, you can stay up to date on weather conditions in your area. Just head to our website, dcnewsnow.com, and click the weather tab.
In Virginia, the trial date for the Manassas Park man accused of murdering his wife has been delayed, and Naresh Bhatt faces several charges, including first-degree murder. Bhatt's trial date is now expected to start October 14th, 2026. The trial was supposed to begin this September. Police say that Bhatt murdered Mamta Kafle Bhatt and hid her body. Her remains have still not been found.
New details in a police shooting that killed a man in Woodbridge yesterday. Police now identifying the man as 52-year-old Harrison Deepy. The shooting happened after an hours-long standoff near the Potomac Mills Mall. DC News Now's Marielle Carbone live there now. Marielle, what more are you learning today?
Well, we know that Depe was from Woodbridge and that he was known to police at the time. A neighbor tells us that he had been witnessing odd behavior by Depe in the days leading up to this shooting. Police say at the time he was armed with a crossbow. Police tape still up outside this Burger King in Woodbridge after Prince William County Police shot and killed a man nearby Thursday evening.
There was tape lines everywhere. A SWAT car was there.
Patrick Valdez was at the movie theater at Potomac Mills when it happened.
They did what they needed to do if they felt that the suspect was going to harm others.
Our search for this individual actually began on Wednesday.
According to Lieutenant Jonathan Perot, police had a warrant for 52-year-old Harrison Depe. He was wanted after allegedly pulling a gun on on a stranger Wednesday and again the following day. Police located him Thursday, and after fleeing twice, they found him parked on Potomac Mills Circle near the shopping mall at 2:45 p.m.
Our officers attempted to take him into custody. At that point, he brandished a crossbow at the officers. The officers retreated.
Crisis negotiators tried to facilitate a peaceful surrender, but after several hours, officers say Depe got out of his vehicle and ran towards the mall, armed with the crossbow. That's when an officer fired, killing him.
As you know, Potomac Mills is a large shopping plaza. There's probably hundreds of people inside of that location. So it was imperative that we kept them safe.
Barack says the officer involved is a veteran SWAT team member. They're currently on administrative leave.
Always be aware. You never know what can happen. You know, you could just go to the mall or go to the movies and suddenly you got a guy either with a gun, with a weapon, or a crossbow.
And we did try to speak to a family member of Depe. They declined to speak to us. Mark and Tosin, we know that at this point, the region's critical incident response team is now investigating this shooting. Reporting live in Woodbridge, I'm Marielle Carbone, DC News Now.
All right, Marielle, thank you. An investigation underway in the district. Police say the man was fatally stabbed this morning in the Northeast. We're told that this happened before 1 on Fort Drive near Archbishop Carroll High School and Catholic University. Police have not ID'd the person killed. Anyone with information is asked to contact police.
And staying in D.C. happening today, new curfew zone for kids and teens goes into effect this evening in the U Street corridor. Police have expanded it to include the area shaded in yellow right there on your screen. Starting tonight at 8 through Sunday, kids 17 and younger cannot gather in groups. The extended curfew zone rolls into the citywide curfew, which is every night from 11 till 6 in the morning. That citywide curfew continues through the end of August.
A firefighter may be facing some heat, and it's because of an incident that was captured on video. The Silver Spring Tacoma Thunderbolts were playing a game when thousands of gallons of water came pouring onto the field. The water came from a neighboring fire station after a home run ball hit a truck there. And DC News Now's Kevon Dupree talked to the team members as the fire department looks into the person accused of turning on the hose.
I was excited to play. I wanted to win, you know what I mean?
Michael Presky and Jay Wandale are pitchers for the Silver Spring Tacoma Thunderbolts. They were gearing up for a big game at Blair Stadium Thursday evening when all of a sudden,
I just see a bunch of water just shooting on the field. It was kind of crazy.
The game was postponed at first, then canceled.
It was just pouring water straight onto the grass, and there wasn't any room for the water to sit, so it just basically flooded our field, and we weren't able to play anymore.
Wandale and Presky say a firefighter told them he was spraying the field because one of their teammates hit a home run and the ball hit a truck parked at the station.
I guess the guy got mad and he just was like spraying it.
We went over to talk to the captain who was in charge there, and he admitted that he did it.
Richard O'Connor is the founder of the Thunderbolts.
I asked him why, and he said, I wanted to get your attention. And that's the only reason he gave.
Montgomery County Fire spokesman Pete Pieringer apologized on behalf of the department. He says they know who was involved in the incident and they're continuing to look into it.
There's a process for things like this, so we're in the process of looking into what may have happened and why.
Well, it's just truly bizarre. I mean, there's no excuse for it.
Obviously, we respect everything that these firefighters do for the community and such, but you know, it was just a little immature.
In Silver Spring, Kevon Dupree, DC News Now.
All right, Kevon, thank you. A heads up for drivers in Northern Virginia. Starting tonight, crews in Great Falls are shutting down Walker Road between Colvin Run and Georgetown Pike. Crews there are going to work to replace the Walker Road Bridge, and locals can still get in and out, but you'll need to detour across the bridge. That work is slated to last for the next 2 weeks.